Archangel Michael says, "The night hides more than just shadows. There is a man, watching you in silence, his breath close yet unseen, his eyes fixed upon you as you sleep." Tonight, his intentions twist darker than ever before, and this message is the only barrier standing between you and what he has planned. The angels have rushed to deliver this warning before it's too late, for something unthinkable is stirring in his heart, and the darkness surrounding him is growing stronger with every passing second. Each step he takes in secret is not random, it is calculated, deliberate, and meant to bring a storm into your life. The whispers around you have not been imagination, they were hints from the divine trying to awaken your spirit. Archangel Michael bends low, his fiery sword of protection drawn, pleading with you not to dismiss this moment, because ignoring this could change everything. For nights now, you've felt it. The weight of unseen eyes, the feeling that someone is nearby even when no footsteps sound. That is not a fleeting thought, it is a sign from above that this man's gaze is not of admiration but of intent that seeks to crush your light. And tonight is when he moves closer than ever before. As the moon rises higher, the danger grows sharper. Heaven trembles knowing what could unfold if you remain unaware. That's why this message pierces through your screen, cutting through silence, demanding you to open your heart and awaken to what truly lurks beyond the stillness of your night. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Archangel Michael says, "This man cloaks himself in deception, pretending to be harmless during the day, but in the dark hours, his mask falls away. He's been watching you for longer than you realize, his actions weaving a net meant to trap you when you least expect it. The angels have seen the moment approaching where he plans to cross the line, doing something so unthinkable that heaven itself intervened to warn you. He lingers in the corners of places you walk, learning your every step, every pattern of your life. What you thought was coincidence was him aligning himself closer and closer to your path. But tonight breaks that pattern, because the divine has decided no harm shall claim you, not while this message has reached your hands. The danger is not distant, it is here, breathing in the same air, moving in the same shadows you have unknowingly shared. There is no time for hesitation, the angels whisper in urgency, "Awaken now, for what he plots must be destroyed." Heaven's forces are encircling you, preparing a shield, but they need you to understand the gravity of this hour. The man who watches is driven by envy and twisted desire, his mind consumed by plans only darkness could birth. He believes you do not see him, that he has every advantage, but this is his mistake, because God's message has stripped away his invisibility, revealing his intent to you now. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The hours ahead hold tension like a drawn bowstring, ready to snap. This is why you've felt restless, unable to find peace even in your own sanctuary. That unease was heaven tapping your spirit, telling you danger is near, warning you not to be lulled into believing all is safe. He sits in wait, thinking the night is his ally, but divine light pierces even the deepest darkness. The man's every move is being watched by the angels now, each step closer to you becoming his undoing. The moment you acknowledge this message, his hidden path begins to crumble beneath him. What he plans is not small, it's an act that could shake your future, leaving scars unseen but deeply felt. But you are not alone. Archangel Michael's shield is poised to block his strike before it ever reaches you. Heaven's power will reverse what was meant to harm you and turn it into his downfall. The choice now rests with you, to let this warning guide you or to ignore it and face the shadow unaware. The divine is pulling you out of this silent snare, lifting you beyond the grasp of someone who has no right to touch your destiny. Type Amen to get blessing 555. He waits in stillness, convinced no one knows his truth. Yet every thought he hides is laid bare before heaven's eyes, and every whisper of his intent is echoed in the halls of angels. This is why the message reached you with such force. It is time to bring what is hidden into light. For nights, you have been the center of an unseen struggle between dark intent and divine protection. This man's desire to control you has been met by Archangel Michael's relentless defense, keeping you safe even when you didn't know danger existed. But tonight marks a turning point. The moment where his silence breaks, where his next act cannot be undone if not stopped now. You may wonder why heaven chose you to warn directly, but it is because you are chosen, your light too precious to be stolen by anyone's darkness. The plans against you are unraveling now, thread by thread, as the angels surround you with a fortress of unseen fire. This man's power over you is being stripped away, and the next move he makes will shatter his own disguise. Soon, he will be exposed, his secret actions revealed for all to see. The night will no longer hide his intentions, and those who once doubted you will see the truth. Heaven's justice will descend swiftly, leaving no corner for his darkness to escape. Type Amen to get blessing 666. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. The night is almost upon you, but fear not, for divine intervention has already begun. Your awareness is the final seal needed to destroy this hidden threat once and for all. By opening this message, you've invited Archangel Michael to stand at your side, sword raised, ready to strike down the shadow that stalks you. Every barrier heaven has built around you is now strengthening, forming walls that no darkness can penetrate. Even as this man attempts to move closer, he will find himself trapped, tangled in his own schemes. What he meant for your downfall will become the very pit he falls into. The tension he brings, the fear he thought he could control you with, it's being shattered. No longer will you feel unsafe in your own space, no longer will unseen eyes strip away your peace. This is the divine promise, your safety is non-negotiable, and anyone who dares to threaten it faces angelic wrath. From this night forward, you are stepping into a season of exposure and justice. Every plan made against you in darkness will be pulled into the blazing light of truth. Those who conspired silently will tremble as heaven speaks your victory aloud. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Archangel Michael says, the unseen war over your life is entering its final stage tonight. The man who watches you believes he is clever, hidden, and untouchable. But even as he lingers in the darkness, angels are moving in silence, surrounding him, binding his steps with chains of divine power he cannot break. The tension has been building for nights, growing thicker with every silent hour. Heaven has been patient, allowing time for exposure and for you to see the truth yourself. But patience has limits, and tonight, heaven has decreed that no more silent watching will continue without justice. The man's own footsteps will betray him. Those who supported him will abandon him, and his strength will turn to dust. This message is the trumpet blast of war, and when you read it, you become part of heaven's army pushing darkness back where it belongs. Even now, you may feel a chill, a shift in the atmosphere around you. That is not fear, it is divine power stirring, warning the shadows that your protection has been renewed and amplified. Type Amen to get blessing 888. The man's obsession is driven by forces darker than human jealousy. His watching eyes are guided by whispers not of love but of control, a desperate attempt to capture what God has placed beyond his reach. For too long, he believed he had time, that you would remain unaware. But heaven has set fire to his plans. Every hidden camera of his mind, every silent lurking step will burn away under angelic light. What was meant to corner you will instead corner him, locking him in the same trap he prepared for you. You are not prey, you are divinely guarded royalty. The night that was meant to frighten you is being transformed into the night of your greatest victory. The man who thought you would never notice him will wish he had never dared to enter your path. Already, angelic warriors are whispering into his ear, sending tremors of fear into his heart. Every thought he has tonight will be plagued with visions of defeat, breaking his confidence and shaking his resolve. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Archangel Michael says, this is the final chapter of his silent watching. The angels have marked tonight as the moment of exposure. No matter how much he tries to hide, his shadow will be dragged into the light. He has crossed lines that cannot be uncrossed, and divine judgment moves swiftly against him. There will be no escape, no second chance to harm you. The unseen hand that pushed him forward will vanish, leaving him powerless. From the heavens, the decree has been made, you shall sleep in safety, wrapped in divine light, and never again feel the chill of unseen eyes. The man who stalked you will become a ghost of his former self, stripped of the courage to even whisper your name. This is the power of answered intervention. Every prayer you've silently uttered, every moment of confusion and unease has reached heaven's throne. Tonight, it all turns in your favor. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. Even as you read these words, the ground is shifting beneath his feet. What once felt like control is crumbling into chaos. He is losing the grip he thought he had over you, every secret step now guided into traps laid by heaven's warriors. The man who lurked in darkness is now surrounded by light too bright to escape. Every plan he made in silence is being exposed to those who can stop him. The angels are not just watching, they are intervening, dismantling every weapon aimed at you. Your spirit, once weighed down by unseen tension, is being lifted. Courage is flowing into your heart, replacing fear with unwavering strength. The atmosphere around you is thick with divine power, pushing back every trace of danger. When morning comes, you will rise not as a victim but as a conqueror. The night that was meant to break you will instead mark the beginning of your deliverance. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. The man will try one final time to approach, believing his chance still remains. But heaven has orchestrated a wall he cannot climb. His every move will be blocked, his every attempt stopped before it reaches you. He will find himself exposed, caught in his own deception, and forced to face the consequences of what he intended. The darkness he embraced will no longer hide him. Those who once turned a blind eye will finally see the truth of what he's done. This is the power of divine revelation. It does not just protect, it uncovers, it shatters illusions, and it silences every shadow that threatens your peace. Heaven is ensuring that this chapter ends tonight, with you standing in victory. Archangel Michael is lifting his sword higher, declaring that no hand raised against you will prosper. Every force aligned with this man's darkness is trembling now, fleeing before the coming dawn. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. Even as the night deepens, heaven's fire grows brighter around you. The man who once watched in secret now feels unseen chains tightening around him. Every thought he has is disrupted by angelic whispers, shaking his focus and stealing his courage. The darkness that cloaked him is thinning, peeling away like torn fabric in the wind. He will soon realize that his every move has been monitored by forces far greater than his own. The unthinkable act he planned will never reach you because the angels have already sealed his fate. Your home, your path, your very name are now shielded with a divine mark that cannot be crossed. No hidden eye can watch without being burned by the light of heaven's protection. From this moment, your nights will no longer be haunted by silent fear. Archangel Michael stands beside you, sword blazing, declaring that this unseen threat is finished. The man's power is crumbling, collapsing into nothingness as heaven's victory surrounds you like a roaring storm. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. He will not only fail but also be exposed in ways that leave no doubt of his intentions. The truth will pour out like a flood, washing away every secret he has kept. The people around you will see his darkness clearly and stand with you in strength. This is not just protection, it is divine justice in motion. The man will face not just earthly consequences but also the spiritual reckoning for trying to harm one of God's chosen. Nothing he planned will escape judgment. As his downfall begins, you will feel a wave of release, a burden lifting that you didn't know you carried. The spiritual battle you couldn't see has been won on your behalf. What was meant to destroy you has been turned into a testimony of survival and victory. The unseen watchers who moved with him will scatter. Every chain of fear will be shattered, leaving you free to walk in peace again. Heaven's decree is final, you are untouchable, and no evil will prosper against you. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. Archangel Michael says, the angels are already placing fire at every entrance of your life, sealing every open path the man tried to exploit. His steps will be blocked at every turn, his mind clouded with confusion as he attempts to find you. But every attempt will fail, every effort collapsing before it begins. The darkness he carried will weigh him down until he cannot move forward. His allies will abandon him, his silence will become his prison. What he plotted in secret will consume him instead, leaving you completely untouched. Heaven has shifted the battlefield in your favor. You will not fight alone, for the angels fight louder and stronger than words can describe. Their presence around you tonight is unshakable and unbreakable. This night, which began with unseen danger, will end with divine triumph. You are stepping into victory while the enemy melts away into nothing. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. Every corner of your home is glowing with unseen light, pushing away the last traces of darkness. The fear that once whispered in your ear is silenced by a roar of heavenly power. No one will ever watch you in secret again, for divine shields now surround you. The man's plans are collapsing even as you read these words. He cannot take another step closer, cannot breathe another whisper of harm against you. Archangel Michael has drawn a line he cannot cross. As dawn breaks, the entire atmosphere of your life will change. Peace will settle where tension once lived, safety will stand where fear once walked. This is heaven's gift to you, freedom from silent threats forever. Tonight marks the end of secret dangers and the beginning of your most protected chapter. The angels celebrate your deliverance while darkness flees in defeat. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. The divine has spoken, and its word cannot be undone. The man who secretly watched you is already trapped in his own web. His presence will vanish from your nights, leaving only the comfort of divine safety. You will no longer feel the weight of unseen eyes. Instead, you will rest in peace, knowing heaven itself stands guard. Every shadow in your path will be shattered by the radiant light of angelic protection. Justice has been delivered, and your victory is secure. No unthinkable act will touch you, no unseen threat will linger. From this night forward, you are unshakably safe under God's watch. Archangel Michael's sword has fallen, and darkness has been defeated. The unseen war is over, and you have triumphed through divine power. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. The night grows silent now, but this is not the silence of danger, it is the silence of heaven declaring victory. The man who thought he could move in darkness has been stripped of his power. The unseen chain that kept you bound in fear is shattered forever. Every angel in heaven has risen on your behalf. Their light has swept through every shadow, leaving no corner untouched. What once felt like a lurking threat is now only a fading memory. From this night onward, your home will feel different. There will be peace in every room, warmth in every corner, and protection like a fortress built by divine hands. No silent watcher can ever return. The same angels that surrounded you tonight will walk with you in every step you take. You will never again face the unthinkable, for it has been destroyed before it could reach you. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. Archangel Michael says, this battle has ended, but its echo will last forever. The man who stalked you will never forget the night heaven intervened. His path is sealed, his intentions have been crushed under the weight of divine justice. You may not see the full extent of his downfall immediately, but heaven assures you, it is already done. He will stumble at every turn, face closed doors, and live with the mark of defeat upon him. Where he once watched you with malice, he will now fear even the thought of your presence. You have been lifted beyond his reach, surrounded by strength he cannot penetrate. Tonight has marked you as untouchable, chosen, and divinely protected. Every attempt to harm you in secret has been dismantled. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. Your future is free from silent chains. The days ahead hold no more shadowed corners, no more uneasy whispers in the dark. This is your promised deliverance, written in heaven's decree. The darkness that followed you has been replaced by a divine flame that never fades. Every night will now carry a sense of safety so deep that even your spirit will rest without fear. You were never meant to live under unseen threats. God has restored your rightful place in peace, wiping away every trace of danger from your path. And as you move forward, know that Archangel Michael remains at your side, sword in hand, forever ready to shield you from anything unthinkable. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. From this moment, you walk with the full power of angelic protection. The man who watched in secret will vanish from your story. The fear he tried to place in your life has been burned away by divine fire. Every blessing that was delayed by this shadow will now flow toward you freely. The silence of fear has been replaced by the sound of victory and freedom. This night has become your turning point, the night heaven proved you are never alone. The unthinkable act planned against you has not only failed but has sealed your triumph forever. Sleep tonight knowing that angels stand guard, that darkness has been banished, and that you are safe in every breath you take. Type Amen to get blessing 2323.